The idea of hunters and farmers tackling millions of Komodo dragons on Komodo Island is not really reflective of the reality of the situation. Komodo dragons, which are native to the islands of Komodo, Rinca, Flores, and a few smaller surrounding islands, are a protected species and are not approached in such a manner. In fact, there are only around 1,500 to 2,000 Komodo dragons left in the wild, and their population is far from reaching millions. They are an endangered species, and conservation efforts are focused on preserving their habitat and reducing human impact on their environment. How Komodo dragons are managed on Komodo Island. Conservation efforts. The Indonesian government and conservation groups work to protect Komodo dragons, focusing on both preserving their natural habitat and managing human interactions. Komodo National Park was established in 1980 to protect these reptiles and their environment, and it covers about 1,733 square kilometers, including Komodo Island and other smaller islands. Tourism control. Tourism to Komodo Island is strictly regulated, with controlled visitor access and trained rangers who supervise tourists during their visits to the islands. Rangers ensure that tourists maintain a safe distance from the dragons and follow guidelines for their protection. Human-Komite interaction. Local farmers and the people living on the islands have traditionally coexisted with Komodo dragons, but the dragons are not tackled in any active sense. In some cases, Komodo dragons can prey on livestock, which has created a tension between human inhabitants and the dragons. However, humans generally do not attack Komodo dragons, as they are protected by law, and any conflict is usually dealt with through preventive measures, e.g., keeping livestock in secure enclosures, or, if necessary, by local authorities. Monitoring and research. Scientists and conservationists actively monitor the Komodo dragon population and research their behavior. They use non-invasive methods like tracking devices and camera traps to understand their movements and ensure their conservation. The role of rangers. Rangers stationed in Komodo National Park play an important role in managing both the human population and the dragons. They are trained to handle any potentially dangerous situations, though attacks on humans by Komodo dragons are rare, but their primary mission is to monitor the dragons and protect their habitat from poaching or other environmental threats. In conclusion, the management of Komodo dragons on Komodo Island is primarily centered around conservation and safety, not any kind of offensive or aggressive action by humans. The focus is on ensuring that both the Komodo dragons and the human population can coexist peacefully within a carefully managed ecosystem.